Okay, third time's a charm on this video. I have been trying to record this for days, and for some reason either there's a technical difficulty or I don't like the video or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is the end of Mercury retrograde, but I really want to share this deck with you guys and it's been hard. Anyway, hi, I'm Kelly. Thank you for checking out my channel. Today we're doing a flip through and review of the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum by Chase Voorhees. I absolutely love this deck. I'm going to go ahead and get right through the flip through because that's my favorite part of flip through videos too. So if you want to see the cards, here they are. Okay, welcome back. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion on all these cards. I'm gonna flip through and kind of share my favorites with you guys. Not the same kind of flip through we just looked at, but you know, I'm gonna go through here and bring them up for you guys. This deck does not come with a book, so I don't recommend it for beginners. There's also some cards that have been drastically changed from the RWS. Although they are reminiscent, the imagery is just a totally different symbology going on there. And so if you don't have your own kind of tarot book that you've been learning on already, you know, not like a little white book, but an actual meaty tarot book, you know, a nice academic tarot book. I don't know if this is quite a deck I would recommend for someone like just starting out, but if you have a fairly decent grasp on the cards, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. Just a couple minor problems for my style of reading that I don't like that I'll point out, but otherwise just amazing. It's got a nice like modern feel, but still like has this like sci-fi kind of fantasy-esque feeling without being too much of either. Okay, the first card I'm going to talk about is the Lover's card. And usually RWS style, it's about like making a choice. And this one too, this is almost like facing yourself in the mirror and like your shadow self almost, and reflecting and making decisions, like really taking the time to face the consequences within yourself, right? I think it's a really amazing Lover's card that takes a cool new look on it, you know, a non kind of religious, because in the traditional one it's like the Garden of Eden, right? So then we have the Seven of Swords, which is also like a really cool take. Instead of just showing like the aftermath of battle, kind of like defeat and picking yourself back up, this is like showing that you've made your mistakes, but now you're looking at how you're going to grow and fix those things, right? So I like that too. It's a little bit less negative, you know, in a way. So there's a lot of decks that get more shadowy, where sometimes I feel like this deck also kind of takes a more internal approach. Like the character in the major arcana is the same. You're looking at the same person's like journey through, like the Fool's journey, basically. One of my favorite cards though is this King of Swords. Usually, you know, the King of Swords is about speaking clearly and truthfully and directing other people, and this, he just has his loudspeaker, like no one is speaking over this man, right? Like that voice is coming through loud and clear, and I really love that. Then we have like Judgment is the Awakening, which is pretty reminiscent, but again, it kind of takes out the angels and all the kind of like dead bodies. This is like waking up from the Matrix, right? That's kind of how I view that one. One complaint, just for, you know, making a tarot deck of 78 cards is more talent than I'll ever have in my entire life. So Chase Voorhees did an amazing job with this. One card I will say that I think changed from the first edition to the second edition, this is the second edition that I have, is the Five of Wands. Kind of makes me feel like it's a cup, because something is like pouring out into this trash can. You know, this like, what is it, like biohazardous material. So I don't really care for this particular design, just because it's confusing. If it had a book, it would not be an issue. With the book, and I could look it up and verify and make sure whenever I wasn't 100%, like I don't have to rely on my own faulty memory for what this card is sometimes, it would really help. But without a book, this card can be a little confusing, and I just want the artist to know that if they ever happen across this video, or just anybody who's looking to buy this deck, this card gives me a little bit of trouble. With time, obviously, I think, you know, anybody would memorize it, but when it's new, it's a little like, wait, what is this one again? So I have the Ace of Swords. This card, I just love the colors. I mean, I just think it's so beautiful and like a kind of like electrifying. So I think this is just a standout card for me. I love the design on this one. Like, and this deck really plays with like cool like perspective. Like it's just in so close on that pentacle, right? Like, whoops. And let's see. The Chariot is really cool. It's like this car without wheels, like coming to meet yourself, like your future self almost. So some of that's cool. There's a lot of playing with like astral realm here too, like facing yourself. Trying to see if I can find the Hanged Man card, which has been changed. I'll leave that one aside. because it also connects with a couple of other changes in the cards. Of course, it's like at the bottom. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So we have the Hangman, which is now the tethered one in this deck. And it's about kind of like releasing your astral self and like searching outside of yourself, but also in a place where you can't physically move. And it just brings a whole new outlook on this card, you know, getting that outward perspective almost by meditation or again, like, you know, astral travel, something like that, like some kind of really deep introspection, which I love. And then it comes back in Temperance, and it's like Temperance is like that astral self coming back to the tethered one with that information, and now you can balance and change the things in your life that was the issue. So those two cards like work together beautifully, and sometimes it's like I didn't fully understand this card until I saw the other card, and then when they come together it's just like chef's kiss, amazing. And then the last changed card that I really, really love in this deck is the World. And it's the mirror to the Fool in this deck, where it's like, instead of taking that leap blindly, you know, recklessly, now you have all the knowledge of the major arcana, and you're coming and you're just really making an educated decision and the best decision for yourself. And I really, really like that too. So again, it's a wonderful, wonderful deck. One complaint I have about the backs is it's just a matte black, which is beautiful for photos and it's beautiful and buttery rich in your hands, shuffles wonderfully, but leaves fingerprints. So like I have to clean my fingerprints off of this deck for videos like all the time, and that's a little bit, I don't know if you can see it here just from me holding it now. That's a little bit of a pain, right? So I know a lot of people don't like glossy cards, but just like a light, super light satin finish might have helped a little bit with the fingerprint issue, just for future reference for future editions if the artist is looking for feedback. But again, like Chase Voorhees made an amazing, amazing deck, and I'm so grateful to have it in my collection. I was so glad I could get in on that second edition because I missed the first one, and I was very sad that I didn't get it. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me in this video. Again, with all my complications, hopefully this one comes out okay. When I tell you I'm so tired, it's so hard to deal with all these issues with my silly phone. I dropped it. I like broke one of my favorite crystals. I'm mad, y'all. That's how much I love this deck, and that's how determined I am to get this video out to the world. So thanks for sticking with me. Please take care of each other and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.